Hey guys, welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna. We are a homeschooling family of 4, and if you are new here, we are gearing up and getting ready for our 5th year of homeschooling for the 2021-2022 school year. Today, I want to share with you which subjects we will be learning together as a family. Before we go any further, guys, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. We are deep into planning for the fall, planning for the new school year. I am getting my last shipment of things will finally be arriving so that I can sit down and start making the actual planning, scheduling videos. But something I do know is what we will be doing together as a family. So I wanted to take a minute because I do plan at a later date to share with you everything we're using for 4th grade and then everything we're using for kindergarten. But I want to take a minute and show you what we are using as family subjects. Now, family subjects this past year was our first year of homeschooling 2 kids. We had a pre-K and a 3rd grader. And doing some things together as a family, yes, it's a 4-year spread. It's a big spread. There are still things that they can learn together, and that makes my life easier. When you're homeschooling 2 kids, more than one, if you're homeschooling more than one child, anything that you can combine will make your life much easier. Now, things that are easier to combine, obviously they're going to be in different math levels. Obviously, they're going to have different language arts, but you can do read-alouds together. You can do so many things together, and I'm going to talk with you today about the things that we will be using in our home, in our homeschool for the 2021-2022 school year as a family, things we will be doing together. Now, there's a lot of reasons why you can do them together. 1, little kids want to do what the big kids are doing anyway. 2, read-alouds. Everyone can listen. Some things are games. They can play together while you're doing something else. It helps everyone out and it maximizes the use of your time and energy if you can kind of knock these out together in a group. And I'm not saying that they need to be doing the exact same things, but if you can well, I'll get into it. I'll explain. Okay, so one of the things that we are going to be doing as a family subject all together is all about spelling level 1. Now, they each will be doing spelling you see on their own, a kinder level and a 4th grade level, but together we will be doing all about spelling level 1. I have not tried this program, but I'm really excited to use it. The people over at Timberdoodle did send it to me. My 4th grader is just not a strong speller. We started with a program that did memorize the 10 words and then just kind of regurgitate them all week, and a lot of it didn't stick. Then we moved on to spelling you see with the color coding and the chunking and the dictation, and it does stick. She makes it through the week really great. But as far as when she's quick, when she's not focusing, when she's not doing something, the spelling is abysmal. So I'm hoping that by focusing with both of them on the phonics of spelling and the simple rules of spelling, laying that foundation with my kindergartner, but then also reinforcing those things with my 4th grader, we're going to do it together. I even was able to order a 2nd sheet of these stickers for the tracker that you can print online for $1. So we will be doing this together. So our first family subject will be all about spelling level 1. Something else that we will be doing as a family in the language arts department is vocabulary. So I've chosen this year to kind of not have an official curriculum, but we do have Rummy Roots, which is a game that we can all play together, and it teaches the Greek and Latin root words, which I loved from Word Roots from our 3rd grade curriculum kit. But I also went ahead and got some simple little pretty dictionaries, and I will link all this stuff below, of course. Some simple pretty little dictionaries so that they can look up some of the words. Now, the words will be coming from, I know our Moz Das Ruby will have vocabulary words every week. Our Studies Weekly Texas History curriculum will have vocabulary words every week, and our Generation Genius Science will have our vocabulary words every week. So we are going to learn, look up, and focus on the vocabulary words that are already being taught in our other subjects so that we can see how they marry together and kind of spread across why you need to know them and then a real application of those words. Something else that we will be doing together is Studies Weekly for Texas History. Why? Because it's Texas history and it's fun. History is one of those things that's very easy to do together. At least it has been in my experience. We did it last year just because sister is around. So we just all did history. So we will be doing it again, the Studies Weekly for Texas History and the History Quest. So this one is actually theoretically purchased and acquired for my 4th grader. And then this one purchased and acquired for my kindergartner. But this one has an audiobook. So we'll be doing it together and doing the projects that go along with that together as a family. And then I think actually my older one, because of when we picked up our Timberdoodle curriculum kits versus when we stopped the program that we were using before through Texas Tech, she hasn't had the earliest of times history. So that's a void she has anyway, we might as well fill it. And then we will be doing this together because we are all happy and proud Texans, and games and newspapers, and everyone's going to enjoy doing this. Not to mention all of the fun games and online resources that'll go along with it. I'm sure they'll both be very interested. Now, I don't have anything to show you for our science that we will be doing together, but we will also be doing Generation Genius, the online science curriculum, together as a family. Through the online platform. So, experiments together, again, because little sister will be here anyway, we might as well be addressing that as a group instead of trying to find time to do them separately. And they are close enough. So Generation Genius is broken up. I think it's K through 3rd, and then 4th through 6th, and then up from there, 7th through 8th, something like that. But they will span 2 things. However, it seems to be spiral learning in the sense that almost everything that's in the K through 3rd group or K through 2nd group is kind of like an introduction, and then it gets a little more serious. Those same topics are then repeated in the later ones. They just progressively get more in-depth and interesting. So I think if we take and we do kind of an intro level, and then the next week do the more serious level, that could be a really good way to go a bit deeper, to dive a bit deeper. And again, multiple choice things maybe for Marilyn, memorization for Amelia. They're just going to be a different approach, right? For example, when you're doing this, you can't have the same expectation for both kids because, come on, they're 4 years apart. That's not realistic. But Marilyn can sit down and read this with us and learn this with us and look at the pictures with us. She may not be able to then go fill in the crossword, but big sister can. So if we are going through and learning these things all together, then you can have a little bit different expectation as the week goes on of what your kids will do with the information they've acquired. Now, I'm not quite 100% sure. I'm starting to get some ideas and making notes for my schedule, so I'll be sharing that at some point soon. But I'm thinking, I really want to do 4 days a week of official schooling and have a flex day. I think that I also want to, I'm kind of in a place now where I'm going more of like a flow, and guys know I have videos on that about their daily flow, but I think I'm more myself in our schedule, leaning into a little bit more of a flow, a little bit more of a flexible thing. And so I think what I want to do is do Mondays, or first day of the week, however it works out, for new information and kind of front load the week. So everything that we need to do together as a group on Mondays, and then just kind of spread it out for the other 3 days of the week. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted as things come in and we get a really good handle on how this is going. So I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can head over to Instagram at @MakingEverydayMagic and shoot me a DM. Guys, right on down below, I'm going to link everything I talked about, and if you have anything that you want to fill in, share with me down below. What are you doing as a family subject? What's your age spread? How's it working? What are some tips? What are some things that are going to help everybody homeschool multiple kids? Because let's not kid, 1 kid is pretty easy. Multiple kids, anything over 1 starts getting a bit crazier. So please let everybody know. Share with us, how many kids are you homeschooling? For those of you who stayed through to the end of this video, and I've said this before, I almost feel like 2 kids doesn't quite qualify me. All of the homeschool families that I know are just so much bigger. So, single kid, 2 kids, it's rare, right? I feel like there's just so many more, especially in my area, because so many more people do tend to homeschool for religious reasons or religious motivations versus secular or just choosing to homeschool. So I do feel like it tends to be bigger families than ours. So let me know, how many homeschoolers do you have at your table? I am 2 and done. Plenty for me.